Community Resource Division. He'll talk about an event that's taking place next week. Wait.
All right, good morning. Happy Friday morning. Brady Lewin, Sioux Falls Police Department, Community Resource Officer at the Sioux Falls Police Department. I just want to let you know about an event that we have coming up next Tuesday, October 14th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's our second annual Public Safety Trunk or Treat event. So we'll have our departments, Sheriff's Office, Sioux Falls Fire Rescue, Game Fish and Parks, Highway Patrol, and several other agencies, and then a local mascot, special visitor. I'm going to leave it at that, so you have to show up to see who it is. But second annual Public Safety Trunk or Treat event. It's going to be north of the Denny Sanford Premier Center, just west of Howard Wood Field in that parking lot. So right next to Howard Wood Field is where we are going to host that. 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Come on out. Have a cool costume. Police costumes are encouraged. Firefighter costumes, not so much, because you get more candy when you show up in a police costume. But yeah, looking forward to it. Last year we had our first year for that event and it was fantastic. So we are looking forward to our second annual Public Safety Trunk or Treat, Tuesday, October 14th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Any questions on that? Awesome. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Brady.
You bet.
Going through the log from this morning, not a whole lot to go through. There was an aggravated assault on there that I'll talk about. This happened a little after 5:30 this morning near 12th and Summit. There were multiple residents in the area that had called in gunshot calls that were taking place around that area. On the log is classified as an aggravated assault. It has since been reclassified as a weapons violation. There was no injuries or anything related to this or anybody that was shot at this time. Looking into the scene a little further, officers did find that there was a vehicle that had a bullet hole in it as well as a tree. There were several shell casings found on scene as well. At this point, it's just all property damage. There are no injuries, as I said. And since it just happened this morning, we're looking into it further, just trying to determine if we can get any video surveillance from that area. So in the 12th and Summit area around 5:30 this morning, if there are any citizens that have video or anything like that, please get a hold of us at the non-emergency number 605-367-7000. And if you do have video surveillance, you could also turn that in through Crime Stoppers, the P3 app as well. Any questions on that at all? Okay. I know there is an arson on the log too today. That is in reference to the fire that was from the 2000 block of North Cliff yesterday afternoon. Just want to let you know at this point, the arson case was created basically for follow-up investigation to try to determine what happened. At this point, there's nothing that we have as far as evidence to indicate it was arson, but at the same time, the investigators are really just getting into the scene to take a look at that as far as the PD side of it. Any fire-related, I guess, questions, I'd have to have you ask the fire folks about that, but as far as the criminal side of it, our arson investigators will take a look at that scene to see if there's anything of evidentiary value or something that would help us determine exactly what happened. So at this point, it's just on the log as an arson. There is nothing at this point to say that it is an arson, so that's to be determined as far as the cause goes. The rest of the log, there really is nothing else. Disorderly conducts or reports, along with sex offenses, and one stolen vehicle, and a few vandalisms. I was asked to bring up the crime of the week since we didn't have a briefing yesterday. I can touch on that. This was, find it here real quick. The officers responded to a storage facility near West 8th Street and North Kiwanis Avenue for a burglary. This happened on October 6th, and the report was taken around 12:20 in the afternoon. Investigating the incident further, it looked like that it actually took place a little after midnight, where several storage units had been forced open and access was gained to the units. Once inside, the suspect stole tools, collectibles, several antique firearms, and a variety of other items. And the total loss at this point is around $5,000. As I've stressed before, if you have any information about this crime or any other crimes, please log on to crimestoppersiouxempire.com. Submit a tip is right next to this incident as well as the other incidents. If you have any information or can provide any tips that would help the detectives, please do so. And maybe you can help solve the case. So that's all I have today unless anybody has any questions. All right, thank you.